Mike, you transition well in the book of having sort of it's a novel, but it's also like a user guide. It's very step-by-step and has different sections, and it kind of kicks off about writing a purpose statement. And I wanted to talk a little bit about, first off, how long have you had been doing that? Was there a lot of that was happening before the timeline of the book? And how is that continued to be strengthened after writing the book?
Brandon, really good question. So I think if I think back on it, I need to give credit to Stephen Covey for my first version of that. He has a book that's, multi-million-dollar bestseller. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I'd recommend it to anybody. In fact, I just gave it to my son who started his career. One of the chapters in that book it says, begin with the end in mind. And so that in that chapter, that was where I first learned. He called it something slightly different than a purpose statement, but it was the same concept of writing out what you really are about, and it had exercises around imagine yourself, you're at your funeral and you're hearing what people are saying about you. What are they saying about you? How do you want that story to be told? So anyway, that's kind of where I initially did at. Around that same time of the Enron mess was I had gotten that book and I had drafted out who I thought I wanted to be in the future. And then what that does is it helps you, as you evaluate the things you're going to do next, it helps you evaluate or almost score out how well does that opportunity fit with what you said you wanted to be doing. I do a lot of systems work, and it's called requirements. It's like, what are the requirements that I need to build build the system around? Or if you're building a house, what are the specifications? And so a lot of times people just go through life. I've had many hundreds of clients and friends who go from one job to another without ever writing these things down. And then they wonder why they go from the frying pan to the fire and they're never quite fulfilled.
So much truth to that. So much truth to that.